Is there anybody here for the first time? Whoa. Very cool. So I don't have to tell you where the bathrooms are, but I will remind you not to use this one during the show. We are live streaming. If you want to turn your phones off, that would be great. The other two restrooms are through the hallway, at the back of the store, and up the stairs. A couple of things, hey, it's almost Christmas. We have gift certificates in the store. So if you are struggling with what to do at the last minute for folks, we can help. And we will be open Christmas Eve from noon to 3. Also, if you got our newsletter, you saw this really cool little giving tree that Gary did fabulous graphics for. There's all kinds of stuff on here. There's stuff that starts at $25. There's sponsorships for different open mics on here. There's all kinds of stuff. So if you want to look at it on the break or check it out on the website, it runs through January 5th. Because a lot of people have done their giving already for the year, and maybe you want to get a head start on next year. Anyway, I don't want to talk anymore. Really excited to have Woodlander back. It's been a few months. I think the last time, did you guys do an afternoon show last time?
No, we did.
Oh, it was at Dina Cola's. Yeah, the Dina Cola's benefit. You did one of the first ones. It was really good. So it's always a joy. There's always a lot of new songs, and I saw the song list, so I better not talk because they have a lot to do. Thanks for coming.
And she watches while we're walking to the mine. Every morning without fail, when rain or shine, her eyes always find me wherever I might be. She never says a word, she just stands and stares at me. Oh, mystery maiden, standing by the road, as out of place here as a diamond necklace on a toad. Where does she come from? Where does she stay? And why does she look at me that way? Each day I go back underground, I worry for my life, while no one waits at home for me to ease my strain and strife. The gas and the cave-ins claim so many men. I'm going wondering if I'll see the sky again. Mystery maiden, could she be a spy? If she heard us talking union, would she testify? Why does she come here? Why does she stay? And why does she look at me that way? Long black gown, glittering crown, and a face so very fair. I can't believe that I'm the only one who sees her there. My buddies say I'm seeing things, but quickly look away, and I'm left to ponder what it is that no one wants to say. Whenever I look into her eyes, she smiles a little more, but there's also something in her face that wasn't there before. At week's end, if I walk out still whole and hale and free, I swear I'll ask that maiden if she please will marry me. Oh, mystery maiden, please love me or leave. Don't be so keen to see me if you're not prepared to grieve. Where do you come from? Why do you stay? And why do you look at me that way? Mystery maiden, won't she leave her lonely haunt? It's hard to think this miner's life is anything she'd want. Where does she come from? Why does she stay? And why does she look at me that way? Where does she come from? Why does she stay? And why does she look at me that way?
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Gary, I could use a little bit more bass in my monitor. Thank you.
So that song, this is Kerry Canfield. He wrote that song. That's Paul Douglas. He sang the song.
And this is Will Hobbs right here.
And this is his song.
And he wrote this next song.
It's a song about the gold rush of 1849. 1, 2, 3. I schoonered across the prairies with my horses and my kin. Conestoga rolled along, our worldly wealth within. Sutter's Mill had gold enough to make your senses spin. We were headed there to take our share when the mountain did us in. I believe the lure of gold so strong it's got to be a sin. Wise men turn the other way, but the fool falls right in. It was early in October when we reached that mountain pass. The coldest day of travel, the storm was rising fast. My little girl was crying, for pain was in her chest. The horse's feet were dragging, so we stopped to take a rest. We'd finished with our supper when the snow began to fall. The cold wind blew so bitter we were scared to move it on. So I stoked the fire, we settled down, the snow came piling round. When the morning light shone through the pines, there was 4 feet on the ground. I believe the lure of gold so strong it's got to be a sin. Wise men turn the other way, but the fool falls right in. Well, our food ran low as we waited there, praying for our lives. My daughter, she grew silent, and so did my wife. By the time the snow had melted, we were weary to the bone. My wife and daughter had had enough, they left and headed home. Struck out in the gold fields, I lost the ones I loved. I miss my wife and child so much, the pain has made me numb. But I can't go back, I found no gold, she found another man. I curse that early winter storm that ripped me from my kin. In the end there was a lure of gold, it was greed that did me in. Wise men turned the other way, like a fool I fell right in. I believe the lure of gold so strong it's got to be a sin. Wise men turn the other way, but the fool falls right in. Wise men turn the other way, but the fool falls right in.
Thank you. This next song comes from Ireland. They had a good old tradition of moonshining, just like we did here in the United States. They made the concoction that they call poutine. I think that's what it is. And it's not the gravy and potato thing that you think of that they serve in Canada. No, this is, I think they made it mainly out of potatoes, but who knows what else, whatever they could find around. So, of course, here they were revenuers. Over there it was the excise men that were chasing them everywhere. And they had to keep moving around and keep the smoke from rising. I'm not sure how you do that, but that's the instructions in the song.
Especially before electricity. I mean, you could put a fan on it, but that's kind of hard when it's manual.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right.
Gather up the pots and the old tin can, the mash, the corn, the barley, and the bran. Run like the devil from the excise man, keep the smoke from rising, Barney. Keep your eyes well peeled today, the excise men are on their way, searching for that mountain tay in the hills of Connemara. Gather up the pots and the old tin can, the mash, the corn, the barley, and the bran. Run like the devil from the excise man, keep the smoke from rising, Barney. Now a gallon for the butcher and a quart for Tom, and a bottle for poor old Father John, to help the poor old dear along in the hills of Connemara. Gather up the pots and the old tin can, the mash, the corn, the barley, and the bran, and run like the devil from the excise man, keep the smoke from rising, Barney. Swing to the left and swing to the right, the excise men can dance all night, cranking up the tay till the broad daylight in the hills of Connemara. Gather up the pots and the old tin can, the mash, the corn, the barley, and the bran, and run like the devil from the excise man, keep the smoke from rising, Barney. Now stand your ground, for it's too late. The excise men are at the gate. Glory be to Paddy, but they're drinking it straight in the hills of Connemara. Gather up the pots and the old tin can, the mash, the corn, the barley, and the bran, and run like the devil from the excise man, keep the smoke from rising, Barney. Gather up the pots and the old tin can, the mash, the corn, the barley, and the bran, and run like the devil from the excise man, keep the smoke from rising, Barney. Gather up the pots and the old tin can, the mash, the corn, the barley, and the bran, and run like the devil from the excise man, keep the smoke from rising, Barney. In the hills of Connemara. Thank you. Now another song from Ireland that we learned because we were hired a couple of years ago for a St. Patrick's Day gig, and they said, you do a bunch of Irish tunes, and we thought, yeah, we too. So we decided we needed to learn some more. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Near Banbridge town in the county down, one morning last July, down a Boreen Green come a sweet Colleen, and she smiled as she passed me by. She looked so sweet from her 2 bare feet to the sheen of her nut brown hair. Such a winsome elf, had to pinch myself to be sure she was truly there. From Bantry Bay up to Derry's Quay, and from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the fair Colleen that I met in the county down. As she onward sped, sure I turned me head, and I looked with a feeling rare. So I said, says I, to a passer-by, who's the maid with the nut brown hair? He looked at me and he said, says he, that's the gem of Ireland's crown. Young Rosie McCann from the banks of the Bann, she's the star of the county down. From Bantry Bay up to Derry's Quay, and from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the fair Colleen that I met in the county down. the harvest fair. She'll be surely there, and I'll dress in my Sunday clothes, with my shoes shone bright and my hat cocked right, for a smile from my nut brown rose. No pipe I'll smoke, no horse I'll yoke, till my plow is a rust-colored brown. And a smiling bride by my own fireside sits the star of the county down. From Bantry Bay up to Derry's Quay, and from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the fair Colleen that I met in the county down. Thank you.
We like to switch instruments a lot. We're going to put Carrie on the keyboard, Paul on the fiddle.
I'm going to sit on this.
Okay, in front of the keyboard. Thanks. We have CDs for sale, by the way. I only brought 3 of them. I normally have a box, and I forgot to bring it. But if anybody wants any of our CDs, they're only $10 a piece. They make great Christmas gifts. You can pick one up there on the table out there where you came in, and you can give them to Steve, who's taking the money. By the way, hats off to Steve and to Gary and Christopher and Carly. They're wonderful people to work with, and of course, Shelley. Okay.
A little song by Procol Harum. 1, 2, 3. The devil came from Kansas, where he went to I can't say. Though I teach, I'm not a preacher, and I aim to stay that way. There's a monkey riding on my back, been there for some time. He says he knows me very well, but he's no friend of mine. I am not a humble pilgrim. There's no need to scrape and squeeze. I don't beg for special favors. You won't find me on my knees. The devil came from Kansas, where he went to I can't say. If you really are my brother, then you'd better start to pray for the sins of those departed and the ones about to go. There's a dark cloud just above us. Don't tell me, 'cause I know I am not a humble pilgrim. There is no need to scrape and squeeze. I don't beg for special favors. You won't find me on my knees. I'm not a humble pilgrim. There's no need to scrape and squeeze. I don't beg for special favors. You won't find me on my knees. No, I've never been to Kansas. Don't forget to thank the cook. Which reminds me of my duty. I was lost and now I look for the turning and the signpost and the road which takes you down to that pool inside the forest in whose waters I shall drown. I am not a humble pilgrim. There's no need to scrape and squeeze. I don't beg for special favors. You won't find me on my knees. Thank you. And now another song by Will.
How many people remember Wheatfield? Oh, fair number. Yeah, we had a good run. Carrie used to say that we were the soundtrack for the human mating ritual back then.
It's true. You know why those boys and girls and non-binary pals came there, right?
I have no idea how many people were conceived because of the places we played.
I do know of a few.
I do too.
Yeah, one guy up in Seattle, he used to call me up and say, come up here for a wedding anniversary party. Canfield, you're responsible for my kids. They were married on April Fool's Day.
So what does that have to do with this song? Well, actually, this song is a retrospective. It's called Forever Bound Together. Wheat fields to woodlands wandering, we chased our eternal muse. We took a break from the endless road while our golden families grew. But music beckoned, we had no other choice.
Will, you need to start it again.
Why?
You're playing in the wrong key.
Oh, that's right.
I was wondering.
They're looking at their fretboard and say, this isn't where you normally play it. It's no big deal for me because I got a capo. Capo is an Italian word. Never mind.
It means capo.
Yeah. From wheat fields to woodlands wandering, we chased our eternal muse. We took a break from the endless road while our golden families grew. But when the music beckoned, we had no other choice. Forever bound together by instrument and voice. So here's to all the sights we've seen and all the songs we've sung. Here's to all the friends we found and all the days to come. The wave we rode in the early days may never rise again, but echoes of those bygone times rumble now and then. Like distant thunder, it keeps us under a gentle siren spell. Though older now, we know somehow we'll never say farewell. So here's to all the sights we've seen and all the songs we've sung. Here's to all the friends we found and all the days to come. Yeah, here's to all the sights we've seen and all the songs we've sung. Here's to all the friends we found and all the days to come. For when the music beckons,
We had no other choice.
Forever bound together by instrument and voice. Thank you. And now a good old Dylan tune.
somehow keeps finding meaning. Yeah.
Y'all ready?
Almost.
Almost ready? Not quite
Almost.
ready yet?
Ready.
1, 2, 3. How many roads must a man walk down before you can call him a man? How many seas must a white dove sail before she can sleep in the sand? And how many times must the cannonballs fly before they're forever banned? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind.
How many times must a man look up before he can see the sky? Yes, and how many ears must one man have before he can hear people cry? Yes, and how many deaths will it take till he knows that too many people have died?
The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind.
How many years can a mountain exist before it is washed to the sea? Yes, and how many years can some people exist before they're allowed to be free? And how many times can a man turn his head, pretending he just doesn't see?
The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Oh, the answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind.
Thank you.
So I'd like to introduce my wife. That's Kathy back there. Hi, Kathy. I introduced her because she was a co-author on this song.
Is that credit or blame?
I'll leave that for y'all to judge. Yeah. I'm a good-looking middle-aged cowboy,
Modest, too.
riding the range in my mind,
What mind?
bucking a bronco or roping a steer.
Wow.
I can't do either, but I don't care.
Figures.
I got rattlesnake boots and a Stetson,
I'm impressed.
10 gallons each, I've been told.
Not so much.
The one thing I've got
Yeah.
that others have not is a belt buckle plated in gold. Yippee-tie-yi, yippee and tie-yi-you. Whatever that means, I haven't a clue.
Yippee-tie-yi, yippee and tie-yi-you. Whatever that means, he hasn't a clue.
Well, I got me a lady so fancy.
How fancy?
Well, the sight of her fills me with awe.
Aww.
Collagen lips, cowgirl hips, a 10-gallon chest in a 5-gallon bra. Now my girlfriend and I were a-dancing late on a Saturday night. Her bra strap went pop, and down came her top. Some sailors saw that, and they wanted to fight. Yippee-tie-yi, yippee and tie-yi, yeah.
Hey,
I knew in a flash it wasn't my day.
he knew in a flash it wasn't his day.
I swung with my hat, but I missed him.
Oh, darn.
I swung with my fist, and it hurt.
Ow!
I knew I was in for a blow to the chin. Outnumbered by 5, well, the outlook was grim. So I kicked with my boots, but I lost them.
Oh, no!
As over the bar I was rolled. The end seemed so near that I cowered in fear when my hand found my buckle of gold. Yippee-tie-yi, yippee and yippee-ti-yi-yo. I'm feeling my oats and my buckle of gold.
Yippee-ti-yi, yippee and ti-yi-yo. He's feeling his oats and his buckle of gold.
Well, I whipped off my belt in a frenzy.
Take that!
Like a lasso, I swung it and cried.
Yeehaw!
Yippee-ti-yi, yippee, get away from my gal, or you'll feel the sting of my buckle from hell. In a moment, the battle was over. As they scrambled outside in the cold. To this day on the seas, they still sing to the breeze. Beware of that buckle of gold. Yippee-ti-yi, this, yippee-ti-yi, that. Got my buckle, my boots, my gal, and my hat.
Yippee-ti-yi, this, yippee-ti-yi, that. Got his buckle, his boots, his gal, and his hat. Got his buckle, his boots. His gal and his
Thank you. And now, an instrumental from Paul. Thank you. What?
The ooze on the modulations on that song, Thunder Road. That's all right. Let's do it. Let's do Thunder Road, Paul. Okay. Let's do Thunder Road. We did something unusual in that instrumental. We had that ooh. Anyway, this next song we do that same thing a whole bunch of
Now
times.
you're gonna think
so
it's
we
a
never
gimmick.
put these two songs together. I made a mistake, but it's a good song. We're gonna do it.
1, 2, 3, 4. Let me tell the story. I can tell it all about the mountain boy who ran illegal alcohol. His daddy made the whiskey, son he drove the load. When his engine roared, they called the highway Thunder Road. Sometimes into Asheville, sometimes Memphis town. The revenue was chasing, but they couldn't run him down. Each time they thought they had him, his engine would explode. He'd go by like they was standing still on the Thunder Road. And there was thunder, thunder, over Thunder Road. Thunder was his engine and the white lightning was his load. And there was moonshine, moonshine, to quench the devil's thirst. The law they swore they'd get him, but the devil got him first.
Ooh.
On the 1st of April, 1954, federal man sent word he better make his run no more. He said 200 agents were covering the state. Whichever road he tried to take, they'd get him sure as fate. Son, his daddy told him, make this run your last. The tank is filled with 100 proof. You're all tuned up and gassed. Now don't take any chances. If you can't get through, I'd rather have you back again than all that Mountain Dew. And there was thunder, thunder over Thunder Road. Thunder was his engine and a white lightning was his load. And there was moonshine, moonshine to quench the devil's thirst. The law they swore they'd get him, but the devil got him first. Roaring out of Harlan, revving up his mill, he shot the gap at Cumberland and screened by Maynardsville. With G-men on his taillight, roadblocks up ahead, the mountain boy took roads that even angels fear to tread. Blazing right through Knoxville, out on Kingston Pike, and right outside of Bearden there, they made their fatal strike. He left the road at 90, that's all there is to say. The devil got the moonshine and the mountain boy that day. And there was thunder, thunder over Thunder Road. Thunder was his engine and a white lightning was his load. And there was moonshine, moonshine to quench the devil's thirst. The law they never got him, 'cause the devil got him first. The law they never got him, 'cause the devil got him first. Thunder, thunder, Thunder Road. Thank you. And now, what might possibly be the fastest song that we do.
Speaking of Wheatfield, we released an album in 1980, and that album was produced by Norton Buffalo, and he wrote this song.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Spinning, the race is on, and I'm winning, rumbling down the road. All that heavy load, and my 18 wheels just keep on spinning round that Frisco Bay. Petaluma chicken, sweet Sonoma grapes. It don't matter what I'm hauling, I got what it takes. Flatbed, bobtails, vans, and dumps. When I say go, my rate just jumps, and my 18 wheels just keep on spinning round that Frisco Bay. 18 wheels spinning, the race is on, and I'm winning, rumbling down the road. All that heavy load, and my 18 wheels just keep on spinning round that Frisco Bay. I'm pulling 20 tons of wire, rolling like my tail's on fire, can't seem to stop, Lord knows how I'm trying. Well, I'm rumbling down this big old hill. Surely hope that I don't spill, 'cause I gotta keep these here wheels just spinning till the end of my working day. 18 wheels spinning, the race is on, and I'm winning, rumbling down the road. All that heavy load, and the 18 wheels just keep on spinning round that Frisco Bay.
spinning, the race is on, and I'm winning, rumbling down the road on that heavy load. And the 18 wheels just keep on spinning round that Frisco Bay. 18 wheels just keep on spinning round that Frisco Bay.
Thank you.
Thank you. We are going to take a short break right now, but we are short break. Right now it's it's about quarter range past my sleeve here. I have no idea what time it is, but we're going to take a short break. We'll be back in just a few minutes. It's 7:48. Perfect. We're ready to start again. I don't mind the house lights being up anyway. It's lovely to see you all. But anyway, let's go. Without further ado.
Love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring. Bound by wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher, and it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. The taste of love is sweet when hearts like ours meet. I fell for you like a child. Oh, how the fire went wild. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher, and it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. Love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring. Bound by wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher, and it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher, and it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. Burn, 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 burn. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring
Thank you.
And now for something completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, it's Christmas time. And so we're going to do a whole bunch of Christmas jingle bell. No, we're not.
No,
We're not
not
gonna do
happening.
that at all.
74 or something like that.
114.
1, 2, 1.
I'll have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue just thinking about you. Decorations of red on a green Christmas tree won't be the same, dear, if you're not here with me. And when those blue snowflakes start falling, that's when those blue daydreams start calling. You'll be doing alright with your Christmas of white, but I'll have a blue Christmas. You'll be doing alright with your Christmas of white, but I'll have a blue Christmas. Yes, you'll be doing alright with your Christmas of white, but I'll have a blue Christmas. Oh, thank you very much. Another side of Terry Canfield.
Just a minute. Just one moment. Okay. Go ahead.
You need to count it. 'Cause I
1, 2, 3, 4.
They said there'll be snow at Christmas. They said there'll be peace on earth. But instead it just kept on raining, a veil of tears for the virgin birth. I remember one Christmas morning, a winter's light and a distant choir, and the peal of a bell and that Christmas tree smell, and eyes full of tinsel and fire. They sold me a dream of Christmas. They sold me a manger scene. They told me a fairy story till I believed in the Nazarene. I believed in Father Christmas. I looked to the sky with excited eyes,
Then I woke with a yawn in the gray light of dawn and saw him right through his disguise. I wish you a hopeful Christmas. I wish you a brave new year. All anguish, pain, and sadness, leave your heart and let your road be clear. They said there'll be snow at Christmas. They said there'll be peace on earth. Hallelujah, Noel, be it heaven or hell. May your Christmas be all you deserve. Thank you.
I'd like to acknowledge the folks that work here again. Gary Furlow back there on the board, who makes us all sound great. Carly is on the video, I believe, tonight, isn't she? And Christopher behind the bar, and Steve taking the money at the door, and then, of course, there's Shelley, who's kind of in charge of the whole place. They do a wonderful job.
Thank you all.
They took this next song we made. It's a Delbert McClinton song, and occasionally we're part of Gary's band. It's Gary Furlow and the Loafers, and he introduced us to this song, and we worked out some vocals and really liked the song, and so we stole it. We still do it with Gary, but
Thanks, Gary.
we do it in a different key, so it's not quite the same.
Only slightly different. 1, 2, 3. She lifted lipstick, let her on the mirror, and shattered on the bathroom floor. All I could put back together was never see me no more. Took all her clothes but one red dress, the one she knew I liked the best. All I could do was clean up the mess and wonder where she'd gone. I had a sky blue ragtop Mustang, 1964. She drove it off into the night till it just wouldn't go no more. And caught a ride on into town, bought some gas, laid the top down. Oh, then she burned that pony to the ground on the desert in New Mexico. When Rita leaves, oh, Rita's gone. She gave me every chance a man could want. I've never known a love so strong, all so crazy when she's been done wrong. When Rita leaves, oh, Rita's gone. I put a call into her mamacita, back in El Paso. She said she got the story from Rita on her way to Mexico. Her mama knew I was taking it hard, said she was sorry about my car. Said you're lucky all she broke was your heart, you better just let her go. When Rita leaves, oh, Rita's gone. She gave me every chance a man could want. I've never known a love so strong, all so crazy when she's been done wrong. When Rita leaves, oh, Rita's gone. Well, she never gave me a chance to explain. I guess it doesn't matter anyway. When Rita leaves, oh, Rita's gone. When Rita leaves, ooh.
We seem to have drifted into the country mode now. Country mode. This is a song that Carrie wrote.
It was a challenge from my child, actually. They came out of the kitchen. I'd tried to advise them. Advise a teenager? Sure. And they came out of the kitchen saying, I'm way ahead of you. And then they said, could you write a country song using that line? And so over the next hour and a half, I did.
It became that easy.
I was amazed. It was like it was there, just waiting to be found. 1, 2, 1, 2. You say you can't remember what we like together. I'm way ahead of you. You say we're not so much like birds of a feather. I'm way ahead of you. You say you're sometimes surprised that we even get along. I'm way ahead of you. You say you want it to be right, but is too much already wrong. I'm way ahead of you. I'm way ahead of you is all that I could say. And so instead of you, I have myself to myself today. You say you're not sure how to act when you're beside me. I'm way ahead of you. You say you know we made a vow and not just idly. I'm way ahead of you. You say you don't know what you'd do if I walked out. I'm way ahead of you. You say you wonder how you'd live with all the doubt. I'm way ahead of you. I'm way ahead of you. It hurts so hard to say. And now instead of you, there's an empty space in your place today. You say you'll always wonder what if things were different. I'm way ahead of you. But if things were all that different, would I have found you? Thank you.
You know, we're only a few hours away from the the winter solstice. Yep, just a few hours, and then the days are going to start getting longer and longer and longer. It seems like we ought to do Here Comes the Sun, but we're not going to. Although we could. Anyway, no, this next song has nothing to do with that. It has a lot to do with the rain, however. Trying to put a positive spin on the Oregon rain.
One, two, three, four.
When the sun goes down o'er Portland town, the colors last for hours, oh. The lights come on, the night's a song, and the streets all turn to gold. A gentle mist all heaven kissed, like teardrops off an angel's wing. Don't you know you'll cleanse your soul with a walk in the Oregon rain?
Oh, Catherine, take my hand. I got $3 and change, and I'll sing you songs of love again. And when I get too drunk to sing, we'll walk in the Oregon rain.
Forevermore I've stepped ashore, my sailing days are over. Oh, time and tide and by your side, together we'll grow old. I threw my sea bag in the bin and brought these pretty flowers home. Kiss me, Kate, we'll celebrate before the bloom is gone.
Oh, Catherine, take my hand. I got $3 and change, and I'll sing you songs of love again. And when I get too drunk to sing, we'll walk in the Oregon rain.
Tinker and a tailor and a drunken old sailor
All get together and start to play. Time stands still when I sing their fill and shout till the break of day. A sweet little lady with a glass of stout, sipping it down till the foam runs out. She'll help her old man home again with a walk in the Oregon rain. Oh, Catherine, take my hand. I got $3 and change, and I'll sing you songs of love again. And when I get too drunk to sing, we'll walk in the Oregon rain. Oh, Catherine, take my hand. I got $3 and change, and I'll sing you songs of love again. And when I get too drunk to sing, we'll walk in the Oregon rain. We'll walk in the Oregon rain.
Thank you.
Something a little Irish-ish.
That song was written by a fellow in California, and he wrote it about Dublin, not Oregon, but hey.
We changed it.
By the way, several people ask me what this is. This is an Irish bouzouki. It's got 8 strings that are tuned to, in pairs. And anyway, that's what it is. We're going to do a song now that requires me a harmonica.
Do that.
This is a little more Irish, but it's written by a guy from Tennessee.
Just people everywhere like to write Irish songs.
Hang on a second. Yeah, we're good.
All right.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Well, I took a stroll down the old long walk on the D.I.E. I met a pretty girl and we stopped to talk on the fine soft D.I.E. And I asked you, friend, what's a fella to do? 'Cause her hair was black and her eyes were blue. And I knew right then I'd be taking the world round the soft hill prom with that Galway girl. We were halfway there when the rain came down on the D.I.E. So she asked me up to a flat downtown on a fine soft D.I.E. And I asked you, friend, what's a fella to do? 'Cause her hair was black and her eyes were blue. So I took her hand and I gave her a twirl, and I lost my heart to a Galway girl. I was all alone with a broken heart and I took it home. So I ask you now, tell me what would you do if her hair was black and her eyes were blue? 'Cause I'll travel around, I've been all over this world, I ain't never seen nothing like a Galway girl. So I ask you now, tell me what would you do if her hair was black and her eyes were blue? Well, I've traveled around, I've been all over this world, I ain't never seen nothing like a Galway girl.
Thank you. Actually, that's another song we started doing because Gary did it.
Thanks again, Gary.
But then Will decided he wanted a little whiskey before breakfast.
That's a great way to start a day.
Ready? Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4.
This next song was requested by Carrie in rehearsal. So
Yes, we have never really been accused of doing commercial music, except only occasionally. This one lasts about a minute.
Snap, what a happy sound. Snap is the happiest sound I've found. You can clap, rap, tap, slap, and snap makes the world go round. Snap, crackle, pop, Rice Krispies.
I say it's crackle the crispy sound. You gotta have crackle or the clock's not wound. Geese cackle, feathers tickle, belts buckle, beats pickle. Crackle makes the world go round. Snap, crackle, pop, Rice Krispies.
I insist that pop's the sound. The best is missed unless pop's around. You can't stop hopping when the cereal's popping. Pop makes the world go round. Snap, crackle, pop, Rice Krispies.
Snap,
say it's crackle
what
the
a happy sound.
You gotta have crackle or the
sound
pop's not found.
You can clap,
Snap,
rap,
crackle,
tap, slap, but snap
Crackle, pop
Makes the world go round.
snap,
crackle.
Rice Krispies. Thank you. And now for something even more serious. We were asked to do an Oktoberfest celebration, and we don't know any Oktoberfest songs. We looked at some German ones, sort of.
Yeah, we even
But-
tried to get out of this, and they just wanted us for whatever reason.
Don't you want a real Oktoberfest band? They said no. With tubas and accordions and everything, they said no. So anyway, you know what a great, this is amazing. An absolutely beloved Oktoberfest song is Sweet Caroline by Neil Diamond. We are not going to do Sweet Caroline. I heard somebody say thank you.
Yeah, it's over there on the wall there.
Yeah.
So this is a, like all Oktoberfest songs, it's an audience participation song. And Carrie printed out in rather large type. Wow, how many point type is that? 140? Anyway, it's big.
I don't know how I'm going to put this up here.
Well, I was going to say lean it against something.
Except this table right here. The tip jar.
How are we going to do this? Is that going to work? I think it's all right.
It only has to last
As
about
long
3
as nobody
minutes,
breathes
so.
too hard and it stays there. So those words are eins, zwei, gesufa. And of course, you all know eins, zwei, it's 1, 2, 1, eins, zwei, drei, vier, fünf, sechs.
I need to read your words.
But, you do. Okay, well, I can do that. So we have to share the words. Remarkably, he hasn't learned this yet.
It's all in German.
It's
you have
every
to-
bit of it is in German.
I
Anyway,
can pronounce
it's
it
called,
okay.
it's called In München steht ein Hofbräuhaus,
Yes.
which means in Munich there's a Hofbrauhaus.
stands a pub.
Yep. And it show, now
We almost did that one. Nah,
No,
come
we're
on,
not
'cause we
gonna
don't
do
know the
that.
words. All we could do is sing "Roll Out the Barrel" over and over and over again.
we did that actually too.
Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Da wo die grüne Isar fließt, wo man mit Grüß Gott dich grüßt, liegt meine schöne Münchner Stadt, die ihresgleichen nicht hat. Wasser ist billig, rein und gut, nur verdünnst als unser Blut. Schöner und Tropfen Wein, aber am schönsten ist eins. In München steht ein Hofbräuhaus, 1, 2, super. Da läuft so manchem Kalterchen aus, 1, 2, super. Die hat so manche brave Mann, 1, 2, super. Gezeigt, was er so vertragen kann. Schon früh am Morgen fing er an und spät am Abend kam er heraus. So schön ist's im Hofbräuhaus. Wenn auch so manche schöne Stadt sehenswürdig Herrlichkeiten hat. Eins gibt es nirgendwo wie hier, das ist das Münchener Bier. Wer dieses kleine Lied erdacht, hat so manche lange Nacht über den Münchner Bier studiert und hat es gründlich probiert. In München steht ein Hofbräuhaus, 1, 2, super. Da läuft so manche Fäschen aus, 1, 2, super. Die hat so manche Mördermann, 1, 2, super. Gezeigt, was er so vertragen kann. Schon früh am Morgen fing er an und spät am Abend kam er heraus. So schön ist's im Hofbräuhaus. Thank you, I think. Okay, now I have to change instruments.
Oh, we have to change instruments. 23 minutes? Oh, we need some more songs, don't we? Well, that's good. That works. We've got plenty.
Okay, but are we going to do Wildest Dreams right now?
No. No, we'll finish with that second. Let's do it. Here comes the sun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're running out of songs, so we want to.
No, we have hundreds and hundreds. We can play 6 hours.
We've got lots of songs that they just aren't on our set list, so we're going to do some that aren't there.
Yeah. Oh, thanks.
Thank you. No, once is
Does anybody
clearly
want us to
enough,
do it
I'm
again?
sure.
Does anybody want us to do it again?
Hey, in honor of the winter solstice, we're going to do a Beatles song. Ready, guys? Sure. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, I say, it's all right. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, I say, it's all right. Little darling, the smiles return into the faces. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, I say, it's all right. Sun, 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 here it comes. 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 Little darling, I feel that ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, I say, it's all right. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, I say, it's all right. It's all right.
Thank you.
This is a song that Carrie wrote.
I'm always easily talked into doing this one, as you can imagine. It's a song about, it's called Your Favorite Egotist. And for me, it was kind of a Zen thing. I thought about drawing a cartoon where there was it was a split cartoon with a woman in a power suit in one corner sitting at her office desk with this just look of loathing on her face while she's on the phone. And on the other side, there's a guy with a self-satisfied smirk on his face saying, "Hi there, it's your favorite egotist." And it seemed like kind of a Zen thing for me. I thought, how do you be somebody's favorite egotist? But it was too good not to do something with. So I did. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, hi, hello there, it's your favorite egotist. Of all the friends you've got, I just can't help but top your list. You haven't been in touch, so you don't know just what you've missed. So here's a gratuitous greeting from your favorite egotist. I trust you're not avoiding me, and it's just that you're so shy. If you feel you may be a fool for me, it's easy to see why. Though your road has led you away from me, I'm too hard to forget. I'm sure that you would aver I'm like nobody you've ever met. So hey, hi, hello, there is your favorite egotist. I can't leave you alone, so don't pretend I don't exist. I'd be surprised to not find my name tattooed on your wrist. So here's a hearty heads up from your favorite egotist. Yes, I've got lots of admirers, but you're surely my biggest fan. And in no event would I be content to be an also-ran. I'd bet you feign your indifference, I can tell how much you care. And I just know that wherever you go, you'll wish that I was there. So hey, hi, hello there, it's your favorite egotist. With so much going for me, tell me how can you resist? I suppose there are those who swear I'm an unrepentant narcissist. But here's a shameless shout out from your favorite egotist. When I look in the mirror, tell me who do I always see? I'm the one I know best, so it's hard to contest it. It really is all about me. That you might have another preference, I just really can't concede. You may not know just what you want, but I'm all you'll ever need. So hey, hi, hello there, it's your favorite egotist. Though you claim to want no part of me, I really must insist. I can't believe you slapped me with an order to cease and desist. So here's a forlorn farewell from your former favorite egotist. Thank you. Thank you. I saw it fall out. I thought it almost sounded like there was another one. Oh, well. That's where they've all been going.
I wondered where those picks went.
Pick-eating bass.
So picks used to cost about a nickel a piece. And they probably still cost about that to manufacture, but I always made a point of making sure that you pay whatever price the store was. Because if you go into a store that has all this overhead and you're going out with, a handful of nickel items, it's just kind of ridiculous. So I think somebody figured that out, and now they package them, seven to a package, and it's like $5 a package. It's crazy. But That was an important thing to shake out of there.
Yeah. Yep.
That's real money there.
Less useful in there than it is outside.
Once upon a time, once when you were mine, I remember skies reflected in your eyes. I wonder where you are. I wonder if you think about me once upon a time in your wildest dreams. Once the world was new, our bodies felt the morning dew that greets the brand new day. We couldn't tear ourselves away. I wonder if you care. I wonder if you still remember once upon a time in your wildest dreams. When the music plays, when the words are touched with sorrow, when the music plays, I hear the sound I had to follow once upon a time. Once beneath the stars, the universe was ours, love was all we knew. And all I knew was you. I wonder if you know. I wonder if you think about it once upon a time in your wildest dreams. When the music plays, when the music plays, I hear the sound I had to follow once upon a time. Once upon a time, once when you were mine, I remember skies mirrored in your eyes. I wonder where you are. I wonder if you think about me once upon a time in your wildest dreams. In your wildest dreams. In your wildest dreams. In your wildest dreams.
Thank you.
They built a parking lot on a piece of land where the supermarket used to stand. Before that, they put up a bowling alley on the site that used to be the local pally. That's where the big band used to come and play. My sister went there on a Saturday. Come dancing. All her boyfriends used to come and call. Why not come dancing? It's only natural. Another Saturday, another date. She would be ready, but she'd always make him wait in the hallway in anticipation. He didn't know his night would end up in frustration. He'd wind up blowing all his wages for the week, all for a cuddle and a peck on the cheek. Come dancing. That's how they did it when I was just a kid. And when they said come dancing, my sister always did. Sister should have come in at midnight, and my mom would always sit up and wait. It always ended up in a big row when my sister used to get home late. Out of my window, I could see them there in the moonlight. Two silhouettes saying goodnight by the garden gate. The day they knocked down the pally, my sister stood and cried. The day they knocked down the pally, part of my childhood died, just died. Now I'm grown up and I'm playing in a band, and there's a car park where the pally used to stand. My sister's married and she lives on an estate. Her daughters go out, now it's her turn to wait. She knows they get away with things she never could, but if I asked her, I wonder if she would. Come dancing. Come on, sister, have yourself a ball. Don't be afraid to come dancing. It's only natural. Just like the pally on a Saturday, and all our friends will come dancing where the big bands used to play. Thank you. We're going to do one more song for you tonight. This is another one of Carrie's. Another one inspired by his child. She was 3 at the time.
And she wasn't eating her dinner. And I said that if she didn't finish eating her dinner, we'd miss our ride to the moon.
You know, you say crazy things when you're trying to get kids to do something. I remember my brother was driving a car in traffic, and the kids were just going crazy. And he said, "If you don't calm down, I'm going to ram the car in front of us." And he thought about that. I said, "Oh, that's not a good message to give."
No, I don't think so.
Okay. That didn't resolve the song, though. There we go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The rocket's gonna be here in only about an hour. I won't bother shaving, but I know I'd better shower. Can't
can't take nothing extra, but be careful what you pack. 'Cause we're ahead now we can't buy what we lack. Honey, better get yourself ready real soon, or we're gonna wind up missing our ride to the moon. Don't you think it's bound to be a heavenly flight? Gazing back at Earth in the early evening light. Dark side, bright side, or somewhere in between. We'll hike out on a landscape like nowhere we've ever been. No matter if the dishes run away with the spoon, you and I are gonna have us a ride to the moon. Ride to the moon. How often do you get to take a ride to the moon? No road trip I can think of like a ride to the moon. Can't float in a balloon. You gotta take a rocket for a ride to the moon. There's no atmosphere, so we can't fly a kite, but we can have a ball jumping 3 times our height. Keep one eye on the sky and the other on the rover, so we're all set to scoot if that old cow passes over. No shortage of adventure from a flying cocoon. Let's gear up all our senses for a ride to the moon. Yeah. Ride to the moon, no video could ever top a ride to the moon. We'll miss all the traffic on a ride to the moon. Blast off this afternoon with optimum momentum on a ride to the moon. Ride to the moon, we can't forget the camera on our ride to the moon. We'll probably never have another ride to the moon. The time is opportune. Oh, won't you join me, honey, on a ride to the moon? Thank you.
Thank you all for coming out. It's been fun for us. I hope it's been fun for you. Have a great holiday season. Don't drink and drive. You know, all the stuff they always tell you.
And we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
One more time, Woodlander. Where else are you going to get hits by the Kinks, Kellogg, and Robert Mitchum in the same show? I beg to find that somewhere else. Anyway, tomorrow night, we have music here again as we're getting ready for the season. We have flamenco artichoke tomorrow night on that stage. We'll have some wonderful dancers, including a guest dancer from Albuquerque, New Mexico. And then Sunday night is our big Christmas celebration, holiday celebration. We have a lineup that's incredible. You can go online and see a long list of folks who will be performing here. If you can, come on out. There still are some tickets left for Sunday night. So please, if you can, thank you very much. We'll see you next time.